Because I think there was about 75,000 warning tickets you gave out last year. How do you monitor that? When you did mention that you were looking at, you want to, safety is of concern, you want to have sure there's less violations happening. How do you monitor that to know that that warning system is successful?
That's a good question. I mean, we started that last year. What we do is we do put that warning in our system, and so if I was to get a warning and then did the same thing 2 weeks later, I'd get a ticket. The effectiveness of that is really the outcomes in terms of how safe the public is and how well traffic moves. And that's an intangible that's sometimes really difficult to measure because there's so many factors that would impact on that. So we're well aware of it. We are going to be trying to, our traffic services is trying to develop indicators that will help us address or determine how effective that really is and whether we should continue with that or go back to strict enforcement.
Okay, so hopefully during the budget process we'll maybe look at some sort of concrete figures on trying to analyze this a bit more if the question comes up.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you. That's all.
Thank you, Councillor Crawford. Other questions of our representative of the Toronto Police Service? Well, on that note then, well, thank you very much for coming by. That was very helpful and very interesting. Thank you. That would bring us next to the Toronto Transit Commission.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mayor and members of the committee. My name is Mike Roach. I'm the head of finance at the TTC. And firstly, a couple of things. I'd like to apologize on behalf of Andy Byford, who couldn't make it this afternoon. He had hoped to be here but couldn't be. Secondly, a brief thank you to the staff. We had some technical difficulties with our presentation and getting it here, so thanks for that assistance. So TTC is presently engaged in working on its 2016 budget. Andy's got that process well underway. We've had a couple of meetings with the TTC Budget Committee, and we're working through that process. But at the end of the day, for the TTC, it is all about service, and this is a service level review. So we're going to focus on that discussion today. And here with me is Mitch Stambler, who is the head of strategy and service planning at the TTC. So he's going to walk through a presentation that talks about our service standards, profiles, and initiatives. So with that, over to you, Mitch.
Mr. Mayor, the TTC's service levels are